Hello guys, good afternoon, and how are you guys doing? This wasn't the video I really wanted to post today, but something happened and I got a lot of message from YouTube channels. I don't know if I have to call it message, but I heard from a lot of YouTube channels. Most of these videos were just talking of something particular and connecting to what I saw today. The point here is that I don't even know if it's a dream or a vision. I don't know. It was very, very short, but from what I understood anyway, it was long. I wrote everything down. Immediately I kind of stood up from the bed because I wasn't sleeping. Even I slept, I dreamt, but I couldn't. I don't know if it was a dream or I was awake, because while I was awake on the bed, I was still seeing things, like television on, something like that. So I cannot actually differentiate if it was a dream or it was a vision. But anyway, what I just have to say for now is that in this dream or vision that I saw, I will read, then I will explain a little. Okay. Before I explain the dream or the vision, I woke up this morning and I had to prepare a lunch box. I didn't have any intention of recording any video because we are in the summer and it's hot, so I don't want to cook or register anything. So I started preparing what I have to do. The water was boiling, everything was cool, everything was nice, everything was fine. All of a sudden, the flame just got weird though. It was so strange. I've never seen a flame like that in my life. It was too much. It was so strange. Honestly, I've never seen a flame like that in my life. It was as if I was cooking with a wood. In the past, probably now some part in the village, they use wood to cook. Or in the ancient time, with wood, you see the flame, you know how it is. But me seeing that kind of flame, it was so weird that there were people around me that was even seeing it. Nobody could say anything. I mean, too, I didn't want to. I'm laughing. I couldn't even say anything because it was the first time that I would see that kind of a flame. It was very, very strong. I wasn't recording anything because I didn't want to record anything. It's just I just wanted to create something very fast. There is a cooking. I have to cook something very fast, later. So the flame was so high, I was just looking at it. What is going on? Why this fire? Why this flame? So, usually it has to be blue, cool blue. But this was just fire. It was pure fire. It got to a point that I said, okay, let me just record this flame, for my own memory, so I will see and I will remember that this happened this day. So I recorded just probably 3 minutes of it. It was real fire. It was real fire. Oh my God. So I told my family that, I thought probably the pot is leaking. When the pot is wet under, you can feel it can happen that the flame, trying to dry up the water under the pot, the flame will have that kind of color like a fire, real fire, as if a fire is burning from a wood, something like that. So I told my family that probably the pot is leaking or is wet of water. That is why the fire is so strange. But they said they said they don't know, they don't know. But I record it, just for my own memory, so I can remember and see that this day something like this happened. I did the 3 minutes recording, so I stopped, but the flame was still so throughout the cooking that I was doing. So I finished cooking, everything was okay, everything was fine. So I went, I needed to rest a little bit. So I went back to bed. So when I got back to bed, I was sleeping. I don't know if I even slept or I didn't sleep. Then I had a dream or was a vision. I'll stop a little. Though I don't really know or understand what activated this flame, but I got a notification from a new channel that I'm not subscribed to, and this video was talking about the chosen one, and was really saying something, was saying all the things that was kind of related to my story. It was absolutely precise. I was listening to this video, so I was thinking, or is this flame, this fire that is so high, so is connected to this video that I'm listening to, something like that. But anyway, I don't know, but I read it. I know I subscribed to the channel. I listened to everything that was saying. It was absolutely true. Then another thing that is that's before of the flame. So I also was thinking of the past, because in the past, while cooking, sometimes this kind of high flame happens, happens a lot in the past, but I never knew nothing of chosen one or flame or anything like this. I never knew nothing. For me, I was just thinking probably there was water under the pot that was creating that kind of effect of the fire. So, and that was when I was, before of the fire, I was having that thought, and then later the flame started, plus the video that was saying things that were similar to me, that kind of a thing. But anyway, everything happened. So I finished cooking. I did all of what I have to do, and I went back to bed. Then I will just start saying the dream or the vision. First of all, I want to read because okay, now I wrote all this thing immediately I stood up from the bed. So it can be a kind of strange because I just put everything down as I could could or can remember. Okay, it's written here. I remember seeing a boy in one epoch. I remember seeing a boy in one epoch. Then I went back to another timeline to see what and how he was. You understand what I'm saying? I was in one epoch. I saw a boy. Then I had to go back to another epoch to see this boy again, to kind of see what and how he was then. And I saw him very young but active. He was a kind of actor. I can see him in the midst of others, then him coming in front to perform. That was what I saw first, because they were all short, but I could understand what I was seeing, even if they were just for a few seconds. So then another one, number two, because I wrote number one, number two, so I don't mix all together. Number two, I saw, or I was in the middle of a war, in an Egyptian war, in the epoch, in the past, it was in the past also, this thing, in the Egyptian war. It felt real. Many people died. So I also lined it, and I wrote, I am going to, I just said I'm going, I was trying to say that I will write all I can remember. Okay, continue with the dream. A lot of family members died. People that were supposed to sit on the throne was killed during the war. But there was still a woman alive, a warrior that was able to fight and conquered the enemy. She won the battle. She won the war. Before she won the war, because this I did not write it there. Before she won the war, I remember the enemies were still trying to kill her. They brought her down. They were almost near to kill her, and she was the only survivor that was remaining. They were almost near to kill her, but at the end they couldn't. So she won the battle anyway. When she won the battle, she walked towards the, okay, they walked through the almost without, okay. When she won the battle, she was almost without clothes, battling, everything was torn off. So she went, sorry guys, please forgive me if you see me reading, because I want to say this precise something. She was, okay, as I was saying, her clothes were all torn due to the war. She won, so she walked towards the throne with all her clothes torn off. So she took her clothes and laid it on the throne, and immediately she transformed. Before she was with torn clothes, and when she got to the place of the throne and laid her clothes on the throne, automatically she was dressed up as a queen. Then she sat on the throne. When she sat on the throne, she said, I wrote it down here. She said, whosoever oppose should speak now or remain silent forever. Immediately, as she said this, a lot of Egyptian guides, guardians, they appeared all with their uniform, the kind of war, war clothes, those kind of armor that the people put on in the past to protect the king or the pharaoh, or people that are important in the past. So they were a lot, all lined up to protect the new queen and the throne, something like that. They were there. Then I saw a girl dressed in a modern clothes. She was in front of the queen, kind of not accepting what the queen said. She wasn't agree with what the queen said and how she became the queen. But she wasn't talking. She was just standing by the right hand side there. And she was not of that epoch. She was dressed just like a normal girl of our time now. She is dark in color. I don't know if she's African darkness or Indian complexion or American or black American girl, but she is dark in complexion. She wasn't so happy that the queen became queen. She wasn't so acceptance that she became queen that way. but she wasn't saying nothing. I understood what she was thinking and about to say, and the queen too knew, understood, felt the emotion of what she was feeling. So what happened was the queen came towards this girl, laid a hand just on her shoulder, not to hurt her, not to do nothing bad to her, because it's as if the queen knew this girl and understood what she was kind of going through, what she was feeling about the situation. So she just laid the hand on this girl and they walked away. I'll stop a little. Anyway, cut story short, the problem of the girl was just that, in this modern time of our own, for somebody to rule, you have to be elected. So that girl was kind of thinking it should be so. For her, she firmly believed that the people should be given the opportunity, to vote, elect their king or their queen. But in the ancient time, I don't know, but I think, if there is a war and something like that happened, that they kill all the family that were destined to be king or queen, if remain one, that one automatically, I think, I have the right to sit on the throne. So that was what the warrior, that one woman, did. But the girl from the girl that was dressed in a modern way didn't understand this, But at the end, everything was okay, because the queen went to her, lay her hands on her shoulder. It was all cool. It was a friendly touch, and they went away like that. In this dream, I don't really know where I was, who I was, what was I doing there, and why I was seeing this war and all this story and and this girl that was there. I don't know if this girl is I don't know, because this girl traveled to another dimension, because she was dressed up in a modern way, and to be in that epoch, to be in that dimension, that is a kind of ancient time, meaning she traveled. She traveled, a kind of timeline travel. I don't know how to call it, meaning even in the past, in the ancient time, there are people that travel in time from the present to the past, or from the past they come also to the present, something like that. And this girl, from what I feel, that from who I think she is, she looks like a nerd, because she have a school bag. I will call it a school bag, I don't know, behind, like a kind of like a zai, I don't know how they call it in English. She have it behind her, and she was just she was okay, she was cool, she was free, she was at peace. She was not afraid of where she was. It was as if it's not even the first time she has been there, because she wasn't scared. But I don't know, for me I don't know why I was there, and who I was, and why I was seeing all these things. So that was all I saw. And for the flame that happened this morning, today is 13/6/2025. I'm saying this because this was what really happened, not really the video I wanted to post, but I just have to do it. And I don't know if this thing that I have to say something now. This afternoon, I got a kind of message that said somebody that we know passed away in the middle of the night. So I was thinking, oh, that flame was trying to speak to me that somebody passed away, or the spirit of that person was kind of trying to uh, pull my attention, kind of speak to me, because honestly, that flame, I've never seen that kind of fire in my life. No, okay, from the time I've been seeing the kind of spark of fire, this one was just too much. It was too much. It was as if I was cooking with woods. In a modern time, to cook with woods on a gas cooker is so strange. That was just the effect. So I don't really know, but I said, instead of me just keeping quiet, so I can start putting this one out, then prepare the other ones that was already in my mind to post before. So this is it, what I have to say for now. It's just to say that people travel from dimension to dimension, from the present to the past, from the past to the present, then to the future. It is real. It is very, 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 very real. And some days ago, I remember I brought out the first book, the first book that I wrote. I brought it out and I was reading from the beginning. Oh my God, I was so shocked from things that I wrote. In that one, I wrote things like I was in the middle of the cowboy shooting. I was in the middle of, I can't remember, but I wrote it down. One day I will create a video. I hope you guys can hear me, because it's as if my voice is kind of strange. One day I will create the video of those stories there, but this is just important that I put this one out first, about the traveling dimension, the warrior, the woman that was a warrior that fought for her kingdom and became the queen, sat on the throne, because she was transformed immediately, because from clothes that was all torn off her, she was transformed automatically, clothed from nowhere, clothed from head to toe, with the crown, with everything. She was automatically crowned, clothed, and she sat on the throne, and appeared the guardians all around her to protect her and her throne. Then the girl that traveled from the present time of now and was there. I don't know why I'm saying all this anyway, but probably I don't know, or I was there in the past. I don't know, because I don't know what to believe again. Or I was there in the past, I was seeing things that I've already seen before. I don't know, but this is what I saw today. They were just short, but I can remember, why I was writing it down. It was just as the story was expanding along. So I think I'll stop for now. If there's anything I remember, I will add it to the next video I want to do. Please support me, guys, because I don't know what to do again. I am trying to build up this channel, because I think this is the only thing I want to do, but I don't know how to build up this channel. Please subscribe. Help me to continue to come up here and say what I see, you know, so the world can know that there are things that are kind of hidden. There are things that are kind of hidden, that are kind of strange, that people don't know. But to be honest, it is real. It is real. People travel in timeline. People travel to other dimension. And people, there are some people that have seen a lot of things. Me, for example, I've seen a lot of things that is very, very impossible. You know, if somebody would tell me that I will have seen everything that I will have seen everything that I've gone through in my life, and that I've seen while even awake, you know. Even just I close my eyes, if somebody will tell me that I will see something like this, I will say it's not a lie. I know, and I've met people that always say they hear voices, they hear voices, they see things. But me, I always tell them that it's not possible. I don't know. You know, I didn't understand, but I was always advising them in a good way to kind of pray. You know, just ask for the godly ones, the godly voice, the godly spirit, and kind of pray against the demons, you know, anything bad, anything evil that speaks to this person, you know, she kind of pray against it and ask for the Holy Spirit to speak against all the evil voices and take over her mind, you know. This I've always been telling to people. And now that, you know, for no reason, I just shut my eyes and I kind of see things. This is so strange, but it is okay. Everything is fine. Everything is good. So now I think I will stop, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye, and see you next time. Have a wonderful and beautiful day. Ciao.